But I think for me, there's kind of I guess, a balance here of understanding qualitative trends through data. And I think any sound decision making needs to be based on that, because one or two insights alone might be fruitful in their detail, but won't be representative perhaps of a larger sample size. But building that narrative with that real insight in terms of going out there and meeting your customer, knowing what their experiences are, and bringing that as quotes into your reporting and your meetings. That we used to do many things where we would have loads of data that we review, operational data, financial data, but we would also have segments where we would have literal quotes from customers. And that balance of, yes, here's a quantitative trend, but let me bring it to life here for you in a qualitative way, is really key. And I think for us, I guess, to expand on that, I don't think there's a silver bullet here. I think it's around identifying the areas where, to your point around how do you decide what's representative and not anecdotal, I think it's looking at those trends for sure, but also thinking about what you're seeing as wider issues in the organization. So whether that's, for example, in my world, whether that's maybe things around safety, whether that's things around efficiencies, how do you tie some of those stories from your customers with some of the biggest trends you're seeing in the business? And I think if you can combine those two things well and tell an effective narrative and story, that's going to have the minds piece, but it's also going to kind of win the hearts piece.